Hello everyone, and welcome to today's session on collaboration and the consultation process. This session is part of your leadership and management development. We'll look at how structured consultation improves decision-making and how to engage people effectively in collaborative workplace processes. Let's begin. To begin, let's define two key terms: communication and consultation. They are two essential characteristics of professional interactions, and while they may appear to be the same thing, there is a significant difference between the two. Let's look at the left side of the screen: communication. This is the process where businesses interact with various stakeholders, such as employees, customers, suppliers, shareholders, and even the wider community. It involves paying attention to involving, advising, and enlightening them. Through this process, it helps to inform and learn information. Now let's move to the right side: consultation. Consultation goes beyond simply sharing information. It's the practice of actively allowing stakeholders to engage in the decision-making process. Consultation is used to inform stakeholders as part of the decision-making process. When combined together, they help leaders understand diverse perspectives and make better-informed decisions. Let's build on what we just learned by looking at how communication and consultation are connected. In general, communication serves as a vital foundation for consultation. If we don't communicate clearly, openly, and consistently, it's impossible to have meaningful consultation. And then, discussion allows for a better knowledge of stakeholders' interests and leads to better decision-making. Now that we understand the role of communication and consultation, let's look at how to strategically integrate consultation into our business processes. A consultation strategy should be included in your communication plan to ensure that consultation fits the organization's needs. Remember that a good communication plan must include a well-structured consultation strategy to be truly effective. To implement consultation effectively, you need a strategy. One of the best tools for this is the RACI model, which categorizes individuals into 4 roles: responsible, accountable, consulted, and informed. This framework helps you to determine the appropriate methods of communication for each stakeholder in the process of determining whom and how to consult. Now let's take a closer look at the RACI model, as shown in the visual on your screen. This model breaks down stakeholder roles into 4 distinct categories. Firstly, R stands for responsible. This refers to the individual who is accountable for carrying out the duties involved in the process. Secondly, A stands for accountable. These are the people who analyze the process's effectiveness regularly and can make changes to the process. Next, C stands for consulted. These are stakeholders who are consulted for essential information before making a choice, such as subject matter experts. And lastly, I stands for informed. This group will learn about the system through one-way communication. By using this model, it helps to ensure the clarity of roles, prevents confusion, and promotes collaboration across departments. When planning a consultation strategy, it is crucial to define who falls into each of these categories. Moreover, an effective consultation structure may also include committees, regular meetings, and cross-functional improvement teams to ensure wide participation. By categorizing stakeholders in this way, you ensure that the right people are engaged at the right time. Now, let's turn to the consultation process. This process is a critical topic in the context of organizational management. Its ultimate goal is to produce value for stakeholders, whether they are employees, customers, partners, or the broader community. Through consultation, management can understand stakeholders' requirements, identify their wants and expectations, and use this understanding to create value. Consultation processes also include the creation or execution of a procedure that ensures all workers have the chance to participate in workplace issues. Furthermore, it also involves commenting on the work team's results of the consultation process. Now, let's look at the objectives of the consultation process. At its core, consultation draws together both employees and employers who have a stake in the topic or proposal under consideration. As such, consultation strives to include individuals impacted by the plan, enhance understanding among affected parties, and guarantee that the wider perspectives of those impacted are considered when formulating a concept or working through a problem. As we can see in this slide, The consultation process has 5 key objectives, including focus and purpose, information exchange, timing, responsiveness and feedback, and evaluation. Each plays an important role in creating meaningful dialogue and effective decision-making in the workplace. Now, let's dive deeper into the first objective of the consultation process: focus and purpose. At the core of any consultation is to understand why the discussion is being carried out. It is also critical to consider that inclusion, accessibility, and diversity should be prioritized, and anybody who is affected should be recognized and consulted. In addition, the consultation process should be open to all parties engaged, and an equal opportunity policy should be implemented. Moving on to the second objective of the consultation process: information exchange. All essential information will be provided and shared in an easily understandable format, which results in enhanced knowledge, more informed contributions, and full access to the process. Furthermore, sharing knowledge fosters a stronger sense of responsibility for the consequences. This information flow should also be tracked by keeping high-quality records. Next, let's focus on timing, which is another critical objective of the consultation process. The consultation must be timed such that the results may have an impact on the project, planning, and decision-making processes. Additionally, the consultation method must include enough time for stakeholders to respond quickly and for input to be included in the decision-making process. By doing that, the input will be meaningful and can be considered properly before decisions are finalized. Now, let's turn our attention to responsiveness and feedback, another key objective in the consultation process. A good consultation is two-way, except when privacy or confidentiality considerations are involved. Consultation should be honest and open, with immediate comments on any issues presented. In such instances, the comment may be limited to those directly involved or impacted. In addition, it is important to respect diverse interests and address any conflicts in a genuine manner. Regular communication throughout the consultation stage may give individuals the impression that they were heard, even if they disagree with the findings. Note that consultation does not imply agreement with all points of view. It is an opportunity to be recognized and taken into account. Finally, we come to evaluation, which is an essential part of any consultation process. Consultation procedures should be examined to see whether or not the consultation process's aims were met. Did we meet our goals? What can we do better next time? In addition, evaluation is important in improving the legitimacy and openness of dialogue by highlighting areas for future development. Using consultation surveys and comments can also help uncover constraints. In general, consultation does not have to be a time-consuming or labor-intensive procedure. Essentially, the consultation may be divided into several critical phases, which should contain planning, undertaking consultation, response and implementation, monitoring and evaluation. This structure will guide you throughout the entire consultation process. Planning is the first step. It's about identifying the concerns, stakeholders, intentions, goals, and objectives, as well as determining resources and consultation techniques. By establishing a consultation strategy, it helps to guide the process and ensure that all parties involved know their roles and responsibilities. Once your plan is in place, it's time to undertake consultation. This should be done following the goals and procedures established throughout the planning phase. We can also use a clear consultation strategy to guide the process. Once feedback is collected, it's time to respond and implement. There must be a two-way interaction between team members and employees. Feedback must be timely and implemented in a way that aligns with the consultation's objectives. Finally, you need to monitor and evaluate the consultation process. In particular, continuous monitoring will assist in verifying that the consultation is carried out following the aims, objectives, and methods indicated in the consultation strategy. An evaluation at the end of a cycle will also assist in determining the efficacy of the consultation and may be utilized as a learning tool for future consultation procedures. As we move forward, let's explore various communication channels that can be used during the consultation process. Remember that consultation is an evolving process in which the organization's management establishes official and informal communication channels with its personnel. First, we have open meetings. These sessions allow employees to come together and share their views in an open forum. It's an effective way to ensure broad participation and transparency. Next, we have surveys, which are commonly used for gathering feedback. Stakeholders can provide their input either through online or paper surveys. This method is valuable for reaching a wide audience quickly and efficiently. Another useful method is focus groups. These involve small groups of employees discussing specific topics in more detail. It's a great way to dive deeper into issues that require more in-depth conversation. Additionally, written answers can be used when employees submit written feedback or remarks on specific plans or projects. This allows individuals to express their opinions in a more structured and formal way. Lastly, there are informal meetings. These are more relaxed opportunities for management to interact with individuals during casual occasions, discussing ideas and assessing how they are received in a less formal setting. All of these methods contribute to a well-rounded consultation process, ensuring that feedback is gathered from multiple perspectives. Now, let's look at consultation in practice. This structure provides a recommended step-by-step strategy for best practice consulting, including providing information, consulting, reviewing, and implementation. In the first stage, it is crucial to provide your employees with clear information. Let them know what is being considered, the consideration process, and how the ultimate decision will be reached, as well as who will be involved in the decision-making process. This sets expectations and prepares them to contribute meaningfully. The next stage is where active consultation happens. You can communicate business requirements and priorities through a combination of team meetings, emails, newsletters, and an intranet site. Moreover, it is crucial to seek feedback from impacted workers, either directly or through their representatives, such as individuals, team meetings, virtual intranet forums, or surveys. In addition, you can encourage the exchange of information in both directions, as well as examine and enhance procedures for the flow of ideas and information. Finally, in Stage 3, we will review what we've gathered and implemented. Consider the facts and ideas you've collected and compare them to your company's needs. In addition, you need to make a note of any decisions you make and why you made them. Moreover, it is critical to return the decision and the reasons for it to employees and representatives. Remember that change has been implemented and feedback on the procedure is requested to improve the next consultation session. In conclusion, we've learned that effective consultation builds on strong communication and structured stakeholder involvement. By utilizing models like RACI and engaging stakeholders through various channels, organizations can make informed and inclusive decisions. Thank you for joining today's session. I hope you find these insights useful in your professional journey.